la Guyana, Panamá, Costa Rica, Nicaragua, Honduras, El Salvador, Guatemala, México, Cuba, República Dominicana, Jamaica, Haití, las Antillas, United States, Canadá, a my motherland, mi patria, Puerto Rico. Seguimos aquí.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Designated. As always, it's your boy Nades, and thank you for joining me on another awesome video. If you guys haven't, make sure you guys like and subscribe for more. The more you guys like this video, that tells the algorithm that you guys are enjoying our content, and it helps spread this video out for more people and for more viewers. And we appreciate all the love and support that you guys give us. But let's get this video started. So we're gonna talk about my thoughts on the Bad Bunny performance at the Super Bowl. I thought it was incredible seeing how he showed signs of unity. He brought Puerto Rico to the United States. I am a Puerto Rican that was born in New Jersey, and I have never, unfortunately, visited the island. I've always dreamt about going. My brother has gone, and we've talked about going together. I've always dreamt about really getting back to my roots and really seeing what true Puerto Rican heritage is all about. Of course, I have the music here. I have the family, the essence of culture here, but it's not the same. Seeing what life is like in the homeland, in the island, what people do, where our roots are from, what is our history, what is the day-to-day life like, what foods that we don't really have here that is over there. The grounding, the foundation of family and idealism over there is not really here, because here in America it's a melting pot and everybody's mixed together, and that is a wonderful thing, to be involved in so many different cultures, being so profound and having everybody have their own light and their own gateway to new beginnings and broadcasting and everything is what it's supposed to be here. That's the idea of America, right? And Bad Bunny put that all on the stage. He showed us what life in Puerto Rico is like, with the electricity and how there's many power outages there after the hurricanes, and what life is like on the island. And he showed us the casita, what houses are like, the beauty of the houses. He showed us the cocoa drinks, and he showed us what the foods. And then he brought out Ricky Martin. Ricky Martin is one of the biggest artists of Puerto Rican culture. One of his biggest songs is Living the Vida Loca. For those of you guys who don't remember Ricky Martin, I was never big growing up on Ricky Martin's. That's one of the only songs I really know of him. But it was very nice to see him sing and him to come out. How good he looks still. He looks amazing for his age, and how he was singing Bad Bunny's song, talking about he won't let them take the flag. He won't let them take the island. He wants Puerto Rico to be back to how beautiful it is. Bad Bunny waving the beautiful original independent flag that Puerto Rico had with the light blue, and then we got taken over by the United States, and how we have the dark blue now to symbolize its merge with the United States. It was a beautiful thing, a beautiful thing. He gave shout outs to Daddy Yankee, Don Omar, Hector El Father, and Tego Calderon. It's such a beautiful thing. It was such a sign of unity, and such a beautiful thing to see my culture on stage, on one of the biggest stages that there is. And it's just amazing to take in. A lot of people were waiting for Bad Bunny's performance, especially a lot of us Hispanics here. I unfortunately had to work during the Super Bowl, but I was fortunate enough that my boss at the time at Applebee's, he allowed us to partake in that and just let us enjoy it. Everyone was singing in the restaurant. Everyone was enjoying it. It was a sense of unity, whether you're Puerto Rican, Cuban, Colombian, Venezuelan, Dominican, Chilean, all of them, Argentina. Everyone was singing in the restaurant, and we all enjoyed this artist. And everybody was excited, everybody was singing, everybody was dancing. It was a sign of unity, and it was amazing. It was such a beautiful thing, because Bad Bunny was showing love and throughout the whole thing, that we are America is what he was trying to portray. It's not just the United States. America is a continent. It's two different continents. That's why he shouted out Canada, United States, Mexico, Puerto Rico. He shouted out DR. He shouted out Chile, Argentina. Everyone had their flags. All the Latin countries had their flags. We are all America, whether you like Bad Bunny or not. That was the point of the message, that we all make up America. America is built from immigrants. It's built off of the backs of hard workers. It's a beautiful thing that a lot of the things that we gained here is from a whole bunch of different ranges of people. You can go outside today and go visit a bodega and get many different Spanish cultures. You can go down to Chinatown. You can go down to Little India in Jersey City. You can do a lot of different things and meet a lot of different people, different foods. That's the point of the United States. Everyone is allowed to be free, and everyone is allowed to share their culture and put everyone's culture in the limelight, and everyone is allowed to partake in everyone. You know, that's the point of all of it. And it just sucks that there's still hate, whether it's in secret or in your face. It's still there, and it's just such, you know, a horrible thing to see. And it just sucks, you know, that a lot of the people in power don't realize the position that they have, and, you know, saying the things that they say can be taken to the extreme, and can be really electrified and taken and just run with, and it can blow up into something that is just so horrible. So for those of you guys who didn't see it, I suggest all you guys to do your own research as well. This truth tweet that Donald Trump put out after the halftime show, sometime after the halftime show. It was either after the Super Bowl or after the halftime show. It says 9 p.m., so it was probably most likely maybe an hour after the halftime show. It took a while for me to find it. It was all over Twitter, all over Instagram. I thought originally it was put on Twitter, and I had a deep dive. So I encourage everyone to really go out there and deep dive for yourself. Don't believe what you see on the internet fully. Do your own research and gain your own opinions. So this was part of Trump's Truth Social, which I didn't even know he had. Like, he had his own social media. So when I found this and you read it, it really was eye-opening that it's actually true. And that's where all the propaganda that he put, those videos and all the different things that he says. And this is why people that have positions of power really need to be, you know, careful about the things that they say. So Trump retruths, or truth, that the Super Bowl halftime show is absolutely terrible. One of the worst ever. It makes no sense, is an affront to the greatness of America, and doesn't represent our standards of success, creativity, or excellence. Nobody understands a word this guy is saying, and the dancing is disgusting, especially for young children that are watching from throughout the USA and all over the world. This show is just a slap in the face to our country, which is setting new standards and records every single day, including the best stock market and 401ks in history. There is nothing inspirational about this mess of halftime show, and watch, it will get great reviews from the fake news media because they haven't got a clue of what's going on in the real world. And by the way, the NFL should immediately replace this ridiculous new kickoff rule. Make America great again. Make America great again, President Donald J. Trump. And this got 2.64K retweets, 9.53K likes. Right? So something like this is just pure hatred, pure, you know, disrespect towards the Latin community. Why say something like this when the entire time he's preaching unity for all of America, and you forget that America is everyone. It's not just one select people. Success, creativity, and excellence comes from everyone. Hispanics, African Americans, Asians, the Latinos, you have Europe. It comes from everyone. It's not just the select people, whether you like it or not. And Make America Great Again, you know, he preached it as like, you know, make America great in schooling, make America great as an economic standpoint, not just a war standpoint. But then, and you're preaching unity for all of us, but then you turn it into a propaganda where it's your essence of what America is great is making it about race and making it about segregating certain people and not idolizing and, you know, respecting what other cultures bring to America. It's not just what white people bring, or I'm not trying to bash white people. I'm not trying to do that. It's what everyone does. It's not whatever your belief of what America should be, because America is meant for everyone, not just that. You know, especially with what they got going on with ICE. How he was talking about having ICE come and you know, come get all the different Hispanics, all the illegals that are going to the Super Bowl. You can't just do that. And then you go out of your way to have Kid Rock's Turning Point USA halftime show. And then that became a big deal because you have people out there not even wanting to play Bad Bunny's halftime show, putting that all in bars, or having both and just muting Bad Bunny's and only playing Turning Point USA. Then you got propaganda going around now where, you know, Safarea, he played a little bit of that, and, you know, they're like, oh, the lyrics to this where he talked about drugs and doing things to women. But on the Super Bowl stage, he didn't say those words. It was just snippets. And he was doing most of his songs, you know, he was doing mix of his older music and his newer album, Debí Tirar Más Fotos, or otherwise, you know, DTMF, which he has a song named after. He did one of his biggest songs, which they pushed, was Vale Inolvidable. I'm sorry if I pronounced it wrong. My Spanish isn't that great. Which was the biggest thing. It's called, and it means Unforgettable Dance. And it's such a beautiful song about love and about the country, and that's what he was preaching, because the whole thing was, you know, it was very political, the whole Super Bowl show, but it was political in a beautiful way, bringing culture and how, you know, the independence and what we went through about showing the flag, which is why you see the flag everywhere, because of, it was illegal at one point in the United States to show the flag here, and people were dying when they showed the flag until we got our right. That's why we have the parade. That's so beautiful, and you see nothing but the flag, and everyone really takes pride. We're so prideful about being Puerto Rican, and from where we come from, our Taino heritage, which mixed with African heritage, you know, the Boomba, all of that. So there's a lot that goes into being Puerto Rican, and, you know, and Latino in general, and Trump is just tearing that down, and it's not okay. Especially when during one of his campaign runs, he had Tony Hinchcliffe come out, and he made the joke about Puerto Ricans are all trash.
You know this, but there's literally a floating island of garbage in the middle of the ocean right now. Yeah, I think it's called Puerto Rico.
And, you know, why say that on such a big stage and such a powerful platform? Why do that when you forget that Puerto Rico is part of the United States? Whether you were trying to bring light to the trash problem that is in Puerto Rico, you made it seem like the island and everyone that's there is trash. You can't do that. We're not. He said that all, you know, Puerto Ricans is just a floating island of trash. Yes, there is a trash problem. There's a garbage issue there. But you're looping the people in with it. But it's a trash problem that's not being taken care of. Puerto Ricans are not trash. We are part of America, too. And we deserve to be seen. And we deserve to have our culture in the limelight like everyone else. And it just sucks. But in reality, despite everything that the Super Bowl halftime show was going through, it still became one of the biggest viewed Super Bowls of all time. The Super Bowl halftime shows of all time. For example, Bad Bunny is now #1 with 135.4 million viewers, right in front of Kendrick Lamar, who previously broke Michael Jackson's viewership record. So we were all there. There was like 20 to 25, maybe 40 people in that Applebee's that were singing along. But not only that, you have to remember that families are going to all be gathered together and watching it on one screen. And one viewership screen is going to count as one view, more than likely. So there could be 30 people watching. There could be 40 people watching all on one screen. It only counts as one view. But in San Juan, in such a big venue, they had so many people come out and support Bad Bunny. It was such a beautiful thing. I'm going to put that right here for you guys. Hey guys, so as you can see, this is San Juan. And look how many people came out to support Bad Bunny. Look how many people were watching. The entire plaza is packed, and they were all singing to Bad Bunny. I don't have the volume on because for copyright reasons, but all of them are singing. They're all dancing. They're all enjoying their heritage being broadcasted live on one of the biggest American stages of all. America is about everyone. It's not about just white people or whatever what Donald Trump is trying to portray of what America actually is. We are all America. Every race is America, and this is what America is all about. Everyone coming out in support of their own heritage and enjoying and passing it along and giving everyone an opportunity to enjoy and experience the beauty of that culture. You know, he had the food. He talked about the plantation, the jibaros with the sugar canes and how that was taken over, the different foods you can get, the boxers, the biggest boxers, how Puerto Ricans are such great boxers and famous boxers. You know, it's such a beautiful thing that they did this. And shout out to Bam Bam 69 for giving us this video on TikTok. You did an awesome job for this. Shout out to Bam Bam for that. And, you know, these are the type of things that really worry myself and many others, you know, in times like this where things getting misinformation, fake news, and there's a lot of hate. being passed around, which is why going back to Bad Bunny's main message with all the flags and the football at the end that said, "Together we are America," and he had right there on the biggest billboard you could see on that screen. The only thing more powerful than hate is love. And you guys are bashing his message. Okay, you didn't like the music, you didn't like the artist. It's okay, but the message is there for a reason. The only thing more powerful than hate is love. Love conquers all. We all should love each other. Everything about everyone should be loved, not for what they look like, not for where they come from, not the color of their skin, but the contents of their character. Remember, Martin Luther King made that speech for a reason. I had a dream. It goes for everyone. It's not about just African Americans. It's not just about white people. It's for everyone, because the United States is built off of immigrants, and it's built off of everyone's love and everyone's contributions. It's not just for one person. But you guys let me know what you think. What did you guys think of the Bad Bunny Super Bowl halftime show? I enjoyed it. I was dancing. I was singing my best because my Spanish isn't as great, along with Bad Bunny. And especially when Lady Gaga came out and did her salsa rendition of Die With A Smile. And knowing how Bad Bunny is a huge Gaga fan, and how he was geeking out and dancing with the Near the Bushes right when she came on, and how there was a wedding throughout the whole Super Bowl. The whole thing was a message of love and marriage. Love through the country, love for the people, love for everyone, love for all the Spanish countries that got shown. He even said, "God bless America." He even had Canada there. It's not only about that. It was everyone included in the content of North America and South America, because together we are the Americas, not just the United States of America. The United States is not the only thing in the North America. I just don't want to break it to people. If those of you guys who don't know that, you guys need to look up your geography and really get informed, but make sure you guys always do your own research before you come up with an opinion on anything, because of a lot of fake media and the fake news that's getting passed around. Do your own research, and I encourage everyone to do that and be informed, and just don't spread hate. There's no reason to hate. Everyone should love everyone. Everyone is free to love everyone. Everyone is free to be themselves, and everyone is free to live their own life, and that's why America's such a great place to live. And I encourage and I hope everyone gets to enjoy what the United States has to offer. But as always, guys, make sure you guys like and subscribe for more from myself, Nate, and from Bistro. As always, guys, stay blessed, stay designated, and just remember, you guys are all loved, and I love you especially. I'll catch you guys in the next video, guys. Deuces.
Es porque nunca dejé de creer en mí.
Tú también deberías de creer en ti. Vales más de lo que piensas. Créeme.